Turning now to your local politics here at 5:07, lawmakers in the Iowa House heard arguments yesterday on two dueling property tax reform bills. Now, the House GOP's plan as well as Governor Reynolds' plan were both up for public comment. The afternoon consisted of testimony on both sides of the issue from taxpayer-focused organizations as well as city leaders who would be hit with a 2% cap in revenue growth if either of these end up passing.
Just a reminder that there's no daylight between taxpayers and the local governments. I do not disagree that property taxes is the most disliked tax, no doubt about that. But the local government mayors and councils are also the closest to our residents, and there's service level impacts that need to be measured.
Those in favor of the cap argue it's the best way to ensure relief for all taxpayers.
Another proposal called the Stop Woke Act passed through its subcommittee. Now, this would prevent DEI or other critical race theory related courses from being included in gen ed requirements at Iowa's 3 public state universities. It would task the Board of Regents with reviewing undergraduate gen ed requirements by the end of 2026 and then direct the universities to remove any related content. Supporters and opponents were at the Capitol to voice their thoughts.
Removing these DEI requirements limits students' access to vital information about how the world works and undermines the students' ability to expand their worldview around identities that they do not possess.
Political indoctrination has no place at taxpayer-funded institutions, and this gets us closer to that.
Well, also, a subcommittee hearing was held yesterday on a different version of an eminent domain bill. Senate File 2067 would require pipeline companies to try all reasonable alternatives before turning to eminent domain. Now, this is not to be mistaken for House File 2104, which passed the House last week and passed Senate committees this week. That bill would outright ban pipeline companies from using eminent domain. At yesterday's hearing, critics and supporters weighed in.
Senate File 2067 reduces transparency. It reduces existing landowner rights, and it allows big government to get involved in private matters.
We think that all legislation we've seen, it's obviously a good balanced approach that our membership has asked for. Is perfect? No, but I think this is a great starting point for our members.
Now, the bill would also push companies to negotiate directly with landowners along proposed routes.